Welcome to the Jaguar Podcast, a show where we discuss all things related to Duval County's finest NFL football team, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Move 42, set, fight!
Duval, baby!
What's good, everybody? It's Andrew coming back at you with another episode of the Jaguar Podcast. In today's episode, I'm going to be discussing the breaking news of Jaguars left tackle Cam Robinson getting tagged. So let's get into it. Before I start, though, quick shout out to one of our affiliates and partners, flteams.com. They do great Florida sports content and coverage of all Florida sports teams. I put my content up there as well. It's flteams.com. Link in the video description. All right, so the Jags tag Cam Robinson for the second year in a row. Everybody seems to be freaking out about this. They're like, oh, this is a bad move. I don't think so. I'm in probably the minority. I think it was a good move. And I think it's a good move for a variety of reasons. One, it gives us the ability to trade Cam Robinson before the draft or during the draft for more draft picks. Everyone's like, well, you know, who's going to want Cam Robinson, right? Well, there's a few teams. I think the Ravens are one of them. There's a few other teams out there. I think the Colts, too, are looking for a left tackle. So, you know, there's options there. We can deal him away. Maybe deal him away along with players like K'Lavon Chaisson or Miles Jack, who haven't really played well the past season or two seasons. Maybe some of those 6-round draft picks that we have a plethora of because Trent Baalke doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Maybe we use that and we get either some more, you know, high-level draft picks in the first round or second round and beef up the roster for, you know, positions that we need like corner, defensive tackle, wide receiver, possibly if we don't re-sign DJ Chark. There's a number of different ways we can go, but I don't think this is like any super cause for concern. And some other people were like, oh, we should have tagged DJ Chark instead. Why did we tag Cam Robinson? I mean, we could still sign DJ Chark. I mean, we have, $56+ million in cap that we can use. I definitely think it's still possible we re-sign DJ Chark, so I don't think that's an issue per se. It's whether the front office decides to be smart with it. And a lot of the, you know, free agents that people were talking about going after, and honestly, I think some of these were kind of a pipe dream, like Chris Godwin. I mean, why the hell is he going to come to Jacksonville? Like, unless we paid him gobs of money, but he got franchise tagged. Gallup got franchise tagged. Calvin Ridley, who is being talked about a lot, he got suspended because he was gambling. So I think it's still possible. I mean, I wouldn't hold your breath on DJ Chark, but I think we can still re-sign him. I hope we do, because I definitely want guys that we've drafted, you know, seasoned veterans that could help the locker room. I think DJ Chark's a good player. He just got hurt last year, and everyone's dogging him. I swear, man, we have like some of our players that are good. Like, I just see so many Jaguars fans reverse on our players, like our guys. Like, I'm even starting to see people reverse, you know, and turn on James Robinson, you know, and like I see some people saying that Travis Etienne's going to be the number one running back. I mean, and this guy has not even played a snap yet. So, I mean, it's just funny and crazy how fast Jaguars fans will turn on some of the players. It's like, just chill out. It's going to be fine. Like, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get DJ Chark. If we don't, maybe we get Allen Robinson back. You know, I don't see us getting a guy like Devontae Adams. I mean, he doesn't want to go to Jacksonville. Jacksonville's a shit show right now. He's chasing a ring. So, I mean, I think he's going to stay put with Aaron Rodgers, but there's a lot of talk about that as well. But I digress. We go back to Cam Robinson here. I think, you know, even if we don't trade him away, at least we have somebody solid at the left tackle position, at least for another year. So, I mean, that's a plus. We could always move Walker Little over to the right side, have him compete with Jawan Taylor. I think that would be a good move, honestly, because it might motivate Jawan Taylor with the competition. I don't think it's going to be a huge undertaking for Walker Little to move to the right side. I mean, he's just switching sides. It'll be a little bit of a transition, but I mean, you're not asking him to play a different position. I mean, you're not asking him to go play center or guard, right? He's still going to play tackle. It's just a different side. So honestly, I think the Jaguars should do that. And maybe it motivates Jawan to get better. Or maybe, Walker beats Jawan out and Walker becomes a starting right tackle, which I think is a win. I mean, we could still honestly draft Evan Neal, even if we don't, trade Cam Robinson in the draft. So, I mean, I don't really see why we would do that. It doesn't make a lot of sense to sit, a number one pick. It's not like he's playing quarterback. I mean, I would just, if you're going to draft Evan Neal, start him the first year. But who knows, right? I mean, I don't know where the Jaguars, I don't know where their head is at right now. I don't know what the coaching staff is thinking about, but, to me, it wouldn't make a lot of sense to draft Evan Neal and then just to sit him for a year. But maybe they're going to do that. Who knows? And you still have the option, and maybe he comes back his second year and is a stud and plays like a premier left tackle. But, Cam Robinson, I've dogged him in some live streams and some of my videos. But, when you look at his PFF, I think it's like 68.4. So it's not that great, but I mean, when you look at the stats, he's only given up one sack. He only gave up one sack last year. He had 5 penalties, which is like a way better improvement from last season where he had the season before that in 2020 where he had a bunch of penalties, and just wasn't good. So I don't know. I think it's a good move. I think the Jaguars will have some possibilities going into the draft, and at least they have a veteran left tackle that's ready to go. And they have Walker Little that can move over to the right side if Jawan's not playing up to par. But let me know how you feel about this. Leave me a comment in the YouTube video or podcast episode. Subscribe to the channel as always, guys. Appreciate you hanging with me. I know I haven't been doing a lot of content lately. I had to have like a dental surgery, so I've been kind of out of commission for the past few weeks. Haven't been able to talk, but glad to be back into it and talking some Jags with you guys. But let me know how you think. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel again. Stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time.
Let me get that. JYD coming up with the big sack. Quarterbacks beware, we on the prowl. Game day night, you could hear it in our growl. Intimidation on to keep their hearts racing. Eating other teams live on TV front of the nation. Spectacular defensive scheme.
This episode is available on the Jaguar Podcast YouTube channel. So if you stop by, make sure to subscribe and give this video a like. Also, these episodes are available on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and other major podcast distributors as well. So if you don't mind, please leave me a review and some feedback. I'd really appreciate that. If you'd like to connect with me on social media, my Twitter handle is @JagwarPodcast. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. This is Andrew signing off. Cheers.